this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. Something kind of interesting is going on social media right now. Black Twitter is being called out for not properly grieving the death of Queen Elizabeth II as the British and other white people would like for them to. Black Twitter is a social media concept. It's not a real place. You can't buy a house in Black Twitter, but you can go to the Twitter platform and read some of the controversial things that they have to say. Black Twitter focuses on black people and their issues, and they express what they consider the black point of view. They do funny tweets, gifs, memes. They have funny things going on sometimes, but sometimes they're very political. And in the case of the death of Queen Elizabeth II, many think that they're being insensitive, inappropriate, cruel, or just downright hateful. I think their tweets can be all of those things. Some of the things that they say I wouldn't say. But their tweets are thought-provoking and they're relevant to the issue at hand. And here's some of the commentary on Black Twitter concerning Queen Elizabeth II's death. Here's a woman getting ready to throw a brick, and the tweet says, "This is Princess Diana getting ready to greet Queen Elizabeth in the afterlife." And that's in reference to the fact that Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana did not get along, and many blame the royal family for her death. Some of the pictures didn't have captions like this one didn't, but they still conveyed a feeling about what the person felt about the Queen. In this case, it was reported that she didn't care much for black people, so they turned her black. Also didn't care much about American sports, so they made her an LA Dodgers fan. In this picture, the Queen has climbed her way all the way up to the top of the pearly gates, but she can't get in. So the caption says, "Diana, open up these pearly gates right now." Meanwhile, back at Windsor Castle, there are 4 African-looking men peeping through the gates with a casket. And I guess they're there to get that body and make sure that it's buried. So here's the Queen proudly entering eternal life, and then she runs into Diana. And Diana, remembering what their relationship was on Earth, said, "Try me. Try me, H." So here's Diana laughing. And laughing as if to say, "So, you thought you were never going to die, didn't you?" Finally, this last tweet represents 2 groups of people having a conversation on Twitter. One group is telling the other not to speak ill of the dead because they are saying some unflattering things about Queen Elizabeth II. So they're saying, don't speak ill of the dead. And the other group is saying, well, don't be a piece of ass while you're alive. There are people who truly admire Queen Elizabeth II, but there are others who feel very strongly about her, and for reasons that the group who really admires her doesn't understand. They don't understand the pillage, the tragedy, the separation of families, the destruction of communities. She did not do all of this by herself. That is really important to say. She didn't do all of this by herself. But her dynasty, the dynasty that she represents, her family gave orders to do unconscionable things to people of color, and not just black people. People in Asia, somebody from South Pacific left a comment on my page. All kinds of people have suffered, even white people. The Irish are also doing Irish tweets. And the Scottish people, those are white people, they're saying very unflattering things about her too. So it would behoove the people who think that people are being so insensitive and mean to go dig into history and the history of other people besides themselves and see what has been done so that they can live a life of ease. People who support Queen Elizabeth II and think she was the greatest thing that's ever been, those are people who didn't suffer under the dynasty that she represented. So they have it good. Especially in the United Kingdom, a lot of those fancy buildings, all of those manor homes and stuff, they built that stuff after they started going into Africa and stealing. And I'm going to say stealing because I don't know a better way to say it. I don't know a better way to say it. But they didn't suffer. So they didn't feel the effects, the negative effects of what that empire did to other people. people who admire her, they most likely live a life of ease. But everybody didn't get that life of ease. Many of us got tragedy. And the dynasty that her family represents is the cause of much pain in the world. Not just in Africa and not just in the United States, in the world. I found this video of an African woman being interviewed by a European journalist and asking her questions and about the colonialism and all of the destruction in Africa. And this African woman broke it down in a way that encompasses everybody. She told everybody's story in a very few minutes. I'm going to let you watch this video and then I'll come back with my final commentary.
As far as I'm concerned, since we met you people 500 years ago, look at us. We've given everything. You are still taking. It's true. I mean, where would the whole Western world be without Africa? Our cocoa, our timber, our gold, our diamonds, our platinum, our whatever. Everything you are is us. I am not saying it, it's a fact. And in return for all of this, what have we got? Nothing. Anti-personnel indoctrination against ourselves. If you go and cook your horrible diseases like AIDS, you say it is us. You brought us tuberculosis. We didn't have this big cough until white people came here. In exchange for Africa giving Europe 500 solid years of our people, I mean not Europe, the Western world, of our human beings to work your canes, to dig your gold, to take in gold itself, diamond, I mean fish, peanuts, palm oil, everything. In exchange for that, we have got nothing. Nothing. And you know it. Nothing. And you look upon, white folks look upon us like monkeys. It is true. It's in your literature. Hey, some of your best thinkers have said this about us. Have you heard of all these Germans? Have you heard?
Okay.
Yes. They said, Lord Burton, people like that, they said, we don't even have the brain of animals. That's what we've got from you people.
But don't you think that this is over now?
Over where? Is it over? Who said that AIDS came from the green monkey? Is it over? Is it over?
Well, if this is your impression, do you think that you can ever forgive us?
It's not a question of forgiveness. I have nothing against you. My point is that you did and you are doing for your survival what is necessary. We can't blame you for that. The fact that we didn't do enough for our own survival and we are still not doing enough for our survival, that is not your problem.
Every time I hear that video, I agree with her more and more. She talks about the colonists coming into Africa and taking everything, all of their mineral resources that she named, platinum, diamonds, gold, lithium. It's everything. Africa has everything. But she also makes the point that they didn't fight hard enough. They weren't interested enough in their survival to fight back, to join forces with each other and fight back. And that is the big criticism of Africa. But when the Europeans come in, they come in to win. They don't come in to gain friendship. They act like they want to be your friend, but they really don't. They want your resources. They want your people. They want whatever it is you have, they want it. And I agree with her. We have to develop a stronger survival instinct if we want to survive. Self-hating and hating each other is going to always be our destruction. So the Queen is not getting the send-off that many would have expected. People are coming at her from all sides, but Black Twitter is especially coming after her. Black Twitter is doing what they're doing because it's response to what was done to black people. So Black Twitter has a full grasp of the circumstances that surrounded the tragedy of African people and then speaking out against it. And they don't care that people don't agree with them because some of them have doubled down on some of the things that they've said. But let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about Black Twitter saying things that many would consider inappropriate at a time of a leader's passing. Let me know what you think. Okay, thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day. And also, leave a comment. Bye-bye.